Alright, so we're going to do this new video now. It's going to be about correlations, and we're going to go ahead and mark this move as a move of false hope. We believe that the retail people are buying this, but it's actually going to come here and take these lows out. I'll show you why. Red, Swiss is green, pound is less green. What else? What else? What else? Swiss is green. Pound is red. 38s, fours. Therefore, this move will have to play out, and we're going to go ahead and call that pound Swiss a move of false hope, and go ahead and sell that. The Euro CAD from yesterday is looking like this. We either exit on change of colours or we exit on anticipation of Euro pound up move. But we don't want to speculate, so that's up to you. This is all still red, so we have to be aware of that. This is why we're getting higher false hope moves in pound versus other currencies than euro, because euro is weak. They're just doing a drop base drop on euro, but doing drops, rally, chop, rally, drop on pound. So these pound moves will be strong and fast on the higher time frame. You know, that's what they'll do, like this. It's just going to take the whole thing out. I'm sorry, but now let's look at the correlations, because I wanted to get into that. It's really good. It's really quite interesting, actually. We should talk more about correlations. So we're going to go there real quick. It's in this profile. 1 second. And while we're doing that, I'm going to try to find the link. To the one I'm using, because it's excellent. They speak about many different things, but they're trying to fix their correlations with what the math says, or the scripture says, the books say. So, for example, they speak about, they tell us that CAD is tied to oil. So if CAD goes up, oil goes up, CAD goes up. Yes, it does, but not always. Aussie tied to gold. When gold goes up, Aussie goes up. Yes, it does, but not always. So why is that? Well, that's because everything is dynamic. So eventually that cycle will end, and CAD will correlate with something else, and then it will uncorrelate and go back to its traditional correlation plan. Pound sometimes goes with oil, and that makes sense, but sometimes it doesn't. So I would love to find the actual link, because this is not the one. If you write in correlation, you might find it. Some guys putting like really crazy trades on there, like thousands and thousands of points, and he speaks, he gives a lot of good information about correlation. It's well worth a read. If I can find it, I'll post the link in the description below. But this is not the one I'm looking for. But how are we gonna? What I wanted to talk about today with the correlation was this here. Let's move this down. Alright, this looks good. We'll just go. We'll just quickly look from the outside. Okay, so USD low, CAD high. Swiss was high. Okay, read the numbers too. 96. At this time, LFX was at 85, but over here its high was actually 95. So LFX is a strong currency still. Swiss is still a strong currency. Those two are clearly correlating together. CAD would also go into that group, as CAD you've got 91s and 97s, big numbers on CAD still. So these three are a currency together in themselves. They are powerful together, these three. Dollar is weaker, so you want to be obviously, but don't short dollar yen, right? Short dollar Swiss or dollar CAD, but not this. Aussie is now still extremely strong, 90s, 94s. New Zealand, 80s, 96s, still extremely strong. The numbers are less than Aussie here, which is shown here too. You can see the same thing here. It's always going to be the same thing at the end of the day, because all of this is the same thing. When you get to the end of the discoveries about all of this, it's all the same nonsense. Anyway, it's just different perspectives and fractals, which end up being the same thing anyway. But this is just another way to look at it. Euro is still weak, and pound is still weak. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strong currencies. So we'll look at that as one. That's one big currency, all on its own. And dollar and euro and pound are weak currencies, but dollar is a bit more strong. So we want to only be continuing to sell these until all of this changes. Okay, it's that simple. And we won't miss the bottom. No, we're not going to miss the bottom. Just have to be patient. Continue in these directions until this indexes, everything changes. And then we will go the other way. These hundreds here, you don't want to be too freaked out about. If you if this was, for example, let's euro, and you see these, you don't want to be too freaked out. It just means the worst case scenario is you're going to get a pullback like that. But look, it's just completely destroyed it. The overall move of euro is still down, and it tells us right here it's down. It tells us here. Aussie, New Zealand is still stronger. Euro pound still weaker. And Swiss is still green. And dollar Swiss is still red. So we want to be selling all of these up pound Swiss moves from this point on. And anything else we've got, I think, didn't we have a Euro Swiss somewhere? Let's just have a quick look, see what I've done with that. I believe we did that yesterday, didn't we? Let me just find that. There was a Euro Swiss, a Euro CAD. Right. So down. And that's what we're seeing here. So we're looking for a lower close on the day, and that's it. You know, take profit here, and then leave the rest, whatever you want to do. Or just simply hold for the numbers. Depends what you want to do. It's up to you. This is, you know, the smartest thing to do is take some profit, stop at break even, watch the colors, exit when it changes. In an ideal world. It's hard to do that with pound, stop and break even, because euro pound is so weak, you're just going to get stopped out, right? You want to give pound stops more room until euro pound goes green. When it goes green, then you can put nice tight stops, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense to some people that are still lost in this ridiculous fake reality that we are playing in. But yeah, that's my video for today. Aussie strong here, Euro weak. We are expecting these numbers to change here. Pound to drop over here and Swiss to go green. So, do we have a Euro CAD? What was the other trades we had? It was pound Swiss, Euro Swiss, Euro. Did we do Euro Aussie? I'm sure there was a Euro Aussie as well, but I don't think we've taken that. Yeah, well, there you go. That was in the video yesterday, I believe. And Euro Swiss. I think I took profit on that. Oh, it's here. Yeah, well, we spoke about that. Euro New Zealand, maybe? Was that the trade? The other one? I'm sure there was another one. Yeah, maybe it was Euro New Zealand. I really don't remember. There was a lot going on yesterday, so I didn't really prepare for this. All I wanted to do really was talk about the correlations. Don't break these rules, really. If you see this, don't fight that, because you've got 1 or 2 versus 5, and you're just never going to beat it. It's impossible. Every time we've tried to buy pound Aussie or pound New Zealand, it's just gets destroyed. So we can't do that until we see everything really change, including these, and this is going to take some time. At this point, it's easier for them just to dump pound further. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. Pound Swiss is the trade I'm focusing on for today.